Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bubble Shark here, and I have a question for you. What was your worst nightmare? What has been the worst nightmare that you had? Doesn't have to be the most recent. It could have been a worst nightmare that you had in the past. You had one as a child or whatever, you know. But what was your worst nightmare? I still remember my worst nightmare that I had up to date, and I can't believe I still remember this. Um, I was at fifth grade. I was in Avenel four and five school. That's what the name was. This was back in New Jersey, where I was born and raised. I went to sleep one night, and the one night I woke up and I started screaming and crying, and my mother came in to console me. Asked me what happened. I told her I had a bad dream, bad nightmare. Um, I don't remember telling my mom, but I did remember writing it down. In the fifth grade, the teacher that we had, she was called Mrs. West, and she asked the whole class. Just about every day we do this, almost every week. Well, just about every week we were asked, but we were asked every day of the week to do this, I believe. She asked the class to write down your worst nightmare. We got a folder for the dreams and stuff, for our dreams, nightmares to be able to, after we write down, we put it in the folder. After I wrote it down, everybody put all the papers in the folders, we handed it to the teacher, and my teacher called me up to the front desk, and after she saw what I read, she told me to take it to another teacher that was down the hall from her class, that I had in fourth grade. I went into her and said, my teacher wanted me to come in and show you this, of what I wrote. And when I showed her, she couldn't believe it either. Then she told me to give it to the teacher next door. She couldn't believe what I did either. What the nightmare was that scared me most, and I think the reason why it happened was because I think I had too much junk food to eat. But the nightmare was that these people went into a random house. So tell me about a couple of years ago you heard from them. How did that happen? And this was a family that went into another family house, and what happened was that they killed them all, but in a point they were shot, but so you haven't seen your kids, you get hold of your kids. What happened was that the head honcho of the family, the killing family that got killed, he got a knife and he started to cut the father's head up first, but the way he did it, he took the knife and he cut it in squares going all the way down. And I don't mean cut it right down the middle so the face could split open. I mean cut it in squares. And he did that to the father first. He was doing that to everybody in the family. he was feeding his own family of the family that they killed, and everybody was eating the pieces of the family, the meat and everything. And they also gave some of the meat pieces to the dog.
So tell me your side of events.
Well, first of all, Ashley, I did not tell you that you would not see your kids anymore.
It was just horrible. But they cut them up, but I forgot to add that they cook their, body parts and everything. While we were cutting them up, they cooked the body parts, and he fed his family from the family's body parts that they all killed. And not only that, they were feeding the body parts to the family's dog. And I woke up screaming and crying. That was so horrible. After I came home from school later that night, I was told to go to bed, and I was afraid to fall asleep because I was afraid that I was going to have that recurring nightmare again. And it was just one of the most horrible nightmares that I've ever had when I was a kid. And I still can't believe I'm 45, by the way, and I can't believe I could remember this. I mean, this was done back in 5th grade, and it's unbelievable how much you can remember. Some people can't remember that far, or even farther back. I'm shocked that I did. So it's just one of those nightmares that just frightened the hell out of me that one night, and I even refused to go to sleep. I even yelled to my mom, said that I'm afraid to go to sleep because I'm afraid to have that nightmare again. I was starting to cry and everything, and my mom just said that it'll be okay, just go back to sleep. And I did, and when I slept, I woke up, and I wasn't scared, I wasn't crying or anything. My mom asked me, did you have that same nightmare again? I'm like, no. She goes, you see, that's because you had too much to eat. Now, if that was the case or not, I don't know, but it sounded like that was. Kids, don't eat so much at night, because if you do, what's going to happen is that everything that you ate and everything else, it's going to get all built up, and what's going to happen is that you might well probably have a bad nightmare. Now, I don't know. I haven't had another bad nightmare since then. Actually, I haven't been having nightmares at all. All I've been having was like thoughts, like thinking thoughts. They're mostly like racing thoughts, and they're not nightmares or anything, but just different things I think of that might happen. It's not going to, but it might happen. And speaking of which, there is something that I do have. It's not a nightmare or anything, but it's something that I have that basically does scare the hell out of me a lot. And that's sometimes when I sleep, I will think of something that's going to happen, like point in time down the road some more time, like in about a year or a month or in a few days or a few weeks, whatever, something like that. And then when that day comes, I will be in shock because I would say, I can't believe that fucking Trump this day. Because the reason being is that it happened. And I even scared my son. My son was here with his friend. And they were playing the game, whatever. And I was like laying down my futon and all watching. And I'm like, oh my god. No, this can't be happening. No. And my son asked me, what's the matter? I said, I dreamt about this particular point, this scene right here. I told him, I remember this part in my dream, and I had it done a few weeks, and I had it done a while ago. And after my son died, he's like, that's scary. I'm like, yeah, it's scary because something like that happens. I could either stop trying to do whatever I was trying to do if it's going to hurt someone, or it'll just freaking scare me to a point where I just don't want to fall asleep anymore, period, because I don't want to think about that moment. So that's was my worst nightmare that I told you about back when I was in 5th grade, and told you about my seeing things like premonitions, and I don't see it coming, and I'll see it when that particular day comes, and I'll say that I remember this. But I want to know what your worst nightmare is. I know that there are you guys out there that have been having worse nightmares. Probably not as bad as the nightmare I've had back in 5th grade, but a nightmare nonetheless. And if you leave it in the comment section below, what I'll do is that I'll read your nightmare in the video, next video, and I won't even say the name. I'll keep your name out of it, so this way nobody doesn't know that it was you or anything. Just tell me what your nightmare is, or the worst nightmare you ever had, either past or recent, and I'll read it in the next video. And I'll leave your name out of it, so this way nobody will know who you are. I'll just read the nightmare.
And I'll tell your dad doesn't know how he always gonna love you.
And this is where I'm going to end the video. You have any comments, like I said, leave it in the comment section below. Have any nightmares that you want to share, write it in the comment section below. Tell me, and I'll say it. I'll talk about it in the next video that I'll do, and like I said, I'll leave your name out of it, so you don't have to worry about anybody knowing who you are. So with that in mind, hit that like button as many times as you want if you like this video. If not, oh, and by the way, I am not doing. Now, you know what? I'll do that in some other video. I'll talk about that in another video. But let me know what your nightmare is. Comment in the video below. Hit that like button if you like it or not. Please subscribe to my video if you want. If you are enjoying watching my videos and all. Hit subscribe and hit that bell button right next to this video. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a great life and enjoy it. Bye bye.